Hey guys, this is an HP NV114 printer that I just wanted to show you how to get inside of the printer in order to have access to the parts such as the screen. There's a control panel that goes right here, power supply. So we're just going to get right to it. We're going to need, just like all HP printers, especially the inkjets, they're going to have the T10 Torx screw, size 10 screwdriver tip in order to do this job. So the first thing is we're going to lift the printer while it's on and let this slide over here, especially if you're working with the timing strip. You want to start this job by having the ink cartridge carrier loose. So when the ink carrier just moves to the center, I'm just going to go ahead, remove the ink cartridges, put these down, and we're just going to unplug the printer from the outlet. So even though HP doesn't recommend you do that, it doesn't really hurt the printer, just turn it off. When you turn it back on, just make sure you don't have any ink in there. And so like I said, the reason to do that is for this carrier to be able to move left and right without any problem. If it's locked in here, it's going to give you a problem moving that. So we're going to begin by removing this panel right here. These sides, just as a heads up, these sides right here on the left and right, they're removed pretty easy just by pushing forward and removing those. So again, we're just going to move this forward, and you can see it pops out. Oops. There we go. Now we need to remove these 3 screws right here. And this piece right here just slides up. It's connected by this little cord right here, a wire. We'll just go ahead and gently pull on it and remove it. Now we have the access to the board. If you want to check if everything is connected properly, that's the place to do it. To get to the timing strip, you kind of can get to it from here to clean it, but to replace it you may need to remove more, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to lift this here. There's 2 panels right here and right here on each side. We can just lift, and it's clipped in there, so just go ahead. It's hiding wires, so this is going to be on the left side, this is on the right, and I'm gonna go ahead and just unplug this wire. So when we pull the top portion, nothing is holding us down, so be careful over there. These are very tiny and fragile, just like this whole printer is very small and built to look cool and take up, as you know, not much space on your desktop. So on this spot, just kind of be careful to avoid damaging it. There we go, it's kind of like taped down. So now we have these wires disconnected, so the top portion of the printer, which includes the scanner, it can remove. So what we're going to do is we're going to press these 2. There's these latches here, hinges, and you can just press this in and push down on here. So there we go. And then this one, you kind of tap it down, and then it kind of swivels out like that. There we go. So our top portion with the scanner, it's here. If you need to get inside of the of this unit to get to the scanner part, there are screws all around here that need to be removed, and you will have access to this inside of here to replace the scanner. So it's simple as that. You don't even have to remove any of this. Well, actually you do in order to get to these parts here. So the process so far, if you're just getting to the scanner, that's what you need to do. What we did so far. Okay, so this is the bottom portion of the printer. We have this is like a gem axis unit, or duplexer they would call it. So now we need to remove a little bit more screws. There's a couple of screws here. This one. There's another one hidden right there. And there's two in the back. There's one here and one there. Yeah, and two more that I missed right here, so 6 total so far. One here and another one here. So in order to lift this top portion, the panel here, it's already ready to go, but it's all connected. So in order to do that, we can disconnect all wires. They each have their own port, especially except like these here, they have similar. So you can take a picture before you do that, just to put everything back together. It doesn't seem very hard, but I would just take a picture just to make sure you plug everything in the right space. For example, these two, they're similar. These here, this is different. This is, you're not gonna have a problem with matching this one, of course. And these all look very different, so just carefully pull those out. Power supply connection. So if you're, let's just disconnect everything. So far we have everything disconnected. The only thing is I wanted to show and point out to you is all of these, they kind of just like slide out, and then when you put them back in, you just insert them. With the control panel and the screen connection here, it's going to be a little bit different, and that's an often case on HP printers. So you're just going to see that there's a clip right here. You lift it up and that lets it loose. So when you put it back in, you're going to put it there, and you have to make sure to clamp it back in and make sure it's tight in there. And actually, to remove this piece, it looks like the board is the control panel is connected to the board when you lift it, so it's not going to be an issue for you. So let's go ahead and try lifting it. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of move these out of the way. What you need, just kind of pull these magnets up a little bit, or these pieces here, so you can kind of move it out of the way. Let's, there we go. As far as you can feed these wires here. Make sure these are not causing any. Okay. Let's see here. Don't want to break anything or cause any damage, so The only thing holding us down here is the connection to the power supply. It's over here. Just gonna lift it up like that. Seems like that's, oh, one more thing, sorry. There's a metal bracket right there. Let's remove. And here we go, we can lift the whole thing up. Like I said, if you just need to replace the board, you probably just need to unscrew it here, disconnect everything, and connect it back when you put a new one in. So that's pretty simple and straightforward. So this is what our printer looks like now. This is the tray. Pointed it out in the other video. Something I don't want to hear is just stuff rattling around here. So just be careful when you put this back. Oopsie. So we didn't even need to remove this. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I know where it's from. I'll check that out. But here's what it looks like. It's pretty cool. Basically the bottom of the printer. This is where your timing strip is. If you're having a problem of it hitting wall to wall, it is most likely ripped. You can ripped at the one of the ends and it's just come loose, or it just come out of the slot that it's supposed to be in. So it's supposed to be kind of in some sensors. If you move this back and forth and you see the timing strip moving kind of left and right slightly, that means it's not really in its place where it's supposed to be. So make sure you feed it through perfectly, or put it back in place. Sometimes it's just when you're clearing a jam, you may have touched it and moved it out of the way. But if you have it ripped, you can sometimes fix it by gluing it with some extra tape on the sides. These ends right here, they don't really, even if you change color, for example, on this piece here, it doesn't really matter until where you see the darkened, like a more tinted area. That's the area that you don't want to put any tape or any glue or anything like that. And it just removes simply by pushing and removing from this hook here. So you just push it to the right and it's released. Arrow up when you install it back, and make sure you, like I said, feed it through properly. So that's pretty much how you take this printer apart to get inside of it. Compared to other printers, I wouldn't say it's that hard. 5 screws in order to remove this here, and then 3 screws on top. I'd say it's pretty good. So something that I hope you can manage and get the printer fixed to where you can use it again, hopefully, because this is a very rare printer. It came out for only a few years and then they stopped making it. Most of the times they're going to have a problem with the screen, and the screen is pretty simple to get to, only 3 screws. So another thing, there's a pickup roller on the bottom. It's accessible without anything. You just remove the tray and it's right here. That's cleanable part. Not sure if it's that simple to remove it, but it looks like these come out. So good luck with your project. Hopefully you can fix the printer. If you don't have to go this route, or if this was just for entertainment purposes, please like the video, subscribe to our channel, and share with others. I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you.